Welcome to the Ghostly Quarters podcast, where the line between the living and the dead fades into the darkness. So, turn off the light and join us on this episode.
Hi everybody, welcome to episode 1 of the Ghostly Quarters podcast. I'm John.
I'm Ricky.
I'm Amy.
So today's episode, we're just going to introduce ourselves and tell everyone how we got into the paranormal. Amy, how did you get into paranormal?
I've been into the paranormal for many of years since I was younger. I had multiple things that happened while I was younger, where I was living with my sisters, growing up and then growing up and carrying on with life. And then it came to a couple of years ago. I was watching all things paranormal because I grew up with Most Haunted, and I thought, you know what, I really wanted to give it a go. So from then, I asked my partner to get me some ghostly equipment, shall we say, and weirdly enough, we've known each other for a long time, Ricky, and you came up through social media pretty much saying exactly the same. You wanted to start it, and I was there like, no, this is just too weird. Anyway, we got chatting, and we then found Ghostly Quarters, and that's how we started. So yeah, I've always had an interest in the paranormal. I've always had questions, and I've always just wanted to see things for myself, because a lot of things what you see on TV and during other investigations can be questionable.
Oh yeah, I mean, we did it because we was interested in it. We wanted to prove it to ourselves. And it just so happens that people wanted to watch us get scared at the same time.
Yes.
And that did happen more than once.
More than once, yes. What we're in our second, we've done 2 years now together. So yeah, we have come across many things that we can't explain, things that have absolutely freaked me out, knocked my confidence, but I'm sure that we'll come on to that soon.
Oh yes. What about you, John? How did you get into the paranormal?
Yeah, just from being a little kid, it's something that's always fascinated me. I think back to, I used to watch a program called Strange But True with my dad on a Friday night on ITV. I must have only been about 7 or 8 years old then, but I think that's probably what started it. Plus, being an 80s kid, I was always a big horror fan as well. And it's something I've always really, for as long as I remember, had an interest in. Before joining Ghostly Quarters, I used to go on some of these paid investigations with these companies that would take you out to certain locations. And I would always wanted to get into a team, but didn't really know how you went about it. And then I was on a team for about 12 months previous to joining Ghostly Quarters, which just stumbled on Facebook on our local page. Somebody said, looking for paranormal investigators, so just dropped them a message, and that's how I got into like the getting on the team to begin with, and then I joined you guys just over a year ago.
Yeah, because we originally did a collab, didn't we? At Gainsborough,
Old Nick, yes.
Old Nick, that was it.
Yeah.
Creepy old place.
Yes, it is. It is. That's it. You've been there more than once. That's the only time I've been there. But,
I think we've been 2 times now. Is that right? I remember.
Yeah, we've been twice. Yeah.
Yeah, it is a good location. It's a very good location. But like I say, it was we met during for the paranormal at that place, which was odd. Really
yeah, well, it was funny because both, if people out there don't know, both mine and Ricky's sons play ice hockey on the same team together. And I saw something that you'd put on Facebook about going to some haunted place, and I said to you at training, I was like, what was the ghost thing you was on about? And you saw I'm part of a paranormal investigation team. I said to you then, I was like, so am I, and that's how we kind of got talking onto the paranormal. And then a few months went, and you kept dropping hints to me to come and join the team, and then did. Don't look back.
If I remember rightly, there was like a checklist. I can remember Ricky going to you saying, yeah, but come to me, and I was there like, right, is he able to have a laugh for starters? Does he take things too seriously? It was like, no. I was like, that's fine then. We're good
no,
to go.
I've found it fantastic, and well, I feel like I've been a good fit. So hopefully you guys feel the same.
Yeah, you slotted straight in it. We've been able to have a laugh every investigation. Not been boring at all. It's been good.
Yeah.
So I've been involved in the paranormal from a very young age. I've been brought up with my parents. One of the memories I have the most was we had a Halloween party, and Mum's friend, her name was Ree. She was a psychic and could see spirits, and she had a spirit guide. She had a lady called Rebecca, and she said, "What we'll do is she'll blow out one or two of these candles." And I remember it vividly. She blew them out 1, 2, 3, 4, and ever since then, it scared the crap out of me. And now I try and search for places and try and scare the crap out of me some more.
Do you not find that absolutely bizarre? Like, that is how this is one of my major questions, and I'm sure it is to many who are into the paranormal, watch paranormal teams. Is how does that happen? These are the things that I'm really interested in. I'll probably go a little bit too deep sometimes, but I'd really like to know how a spirit, I know they gather energy, but how can that energy then be formed into blowing out candles?
I don't know, but I can remember watching a film called Ghost. Did you know he's trying to move that button?
Yeah.
I've just got visions of other ghosts teaching ghosts how to move shit.
Sam and Molly was so happy till Carl Bruner came along. What a bastard. I love that film.
Well, mate, some films also got me into it, but I can't watch The Exorcist. I don't know why. Something about that film it just messes with my head. I can't watch it.
One thing I think with 2026, we've all got to go out of our comfort zone. And I really think, because every time we've done lone vigils, you have adamantly said no to going into any rooms that are to do with children's spirits.
Yep.
And I really think you should go out your comfort zone to do that this year.
Okay, I'll try it. Can't say it'll work.
It will just be absolutely fantastic entertainment for everyone else. I'm not going to lie, but I think you should do it.
I mean, if I hear a kid laughing in a room where there's no children, I will be throwing hands. There's nothing I can control about that.
You could throw hands. It's not like you're going to be hitting anyone, is it?
It's when I start hitting back that's the problem.
Entertainment part.
Bloody hell. So next one. What's the most scared you've been on any of our investigations? Amy.
Oh, wow. There's one. And if anyone is listening to this that follows us, would have seen this live, that will stick for me forever, was when we went to the railway. It's a pub in Lancaster. I have always been a skeptic of the paranormal, basically invading your space, touching you, pushing you, hitting you, scratching you, whatever. I have always been quite skeptic regarding that area. And, you know, I went into that investigation like any other blank canvas and thought, well, let's go for it. Well, I came out absolutely not wanting to do the paranormal investigations ever again. So, because I actually got, I don't even know if I call it a scratch. It was a scratch / a punch mark on my back. But really weirdly, obviously, our other team member, Joe, who sadly isn't here with us today.
He's not dead, he just ain't turned up.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, he's just busy.
Sorry, Amy, cry.
Yeah, I could have reworded that. As you'll find out, that I get my words a bit mixed up as you go along with these episodes. Is that normally I'm the one.
It will be confirmed
that
on episode 2 he is still alive.
Yeah, he is. I promise. So So with that, me and Joe were sat next to each other on a it was like a church pew. It wasn't a church pew, but it just to visualize a church pew. That's what we were sat on. And so there was no way of anyone else. There was no one behind us. There was no one able to touch our backs, nothing. And both me and him, he got scratched and I got punched basically near my kidneys. And we both looked at each other, jumped up straight away, same time, and went, what on earth has just happened? But prior to that happening, you were doing the essays method. If no one knows what the essays method, it is generally where Ricky puts a blindfold on, headphones on, and he cannot see anything. We ask him questions and he responds with whatever comes to him. That is pretty much an essays method. But anyway, during this, Ricky said scratch. And it was really odd because we had nothing quite bad coming through, did we, before that?
No, nothing.
It was just a normal investigation. There was nothing nasty, nothing untowards coming through. So the fact that you said scratch and then literally seconds later me and Joe got up, yeah, I can put my hands up and say I knocked my confidence a lot for quite a long time.
So
But I'm back. I'm okay.
With the episodes going on, we will be going into the history of some of the places that we investigate, but that one specifically has got some dark history to that one.
Yeah, which we didn't really know prior to, because at the same time, even though yes, we'll be gathering history, but we've also got people working alongside us who are dealing with that. So during our investigation, they can tell us if any names, any significance to the information that we have. They're able to confirm that, rather than us going in with all the information, unless it's what the owner tells us of the property.
Yeah. What about you, John?
There's a few. It's hard to explain because it's like investigation day. I'm so excited. Can't wait. As soon as we get a new place booked, can't wait to get there. But there's many times when I'm at these places and I'm genuinely not enjoying myself. So, but no, my most scared with you guys, I would say, was when we was at the Museum of Horrors, which is now known as the House. And I did my lone vigil down in the basement, and I shown everybody how fast I could actually run that night as I was I got out of that basement.
It was like toying with you, wasn't it? It was like
yes, yeah. Whatever. I was getting some really intelligent responses through the REM pod, and I was getting some stuff on the Spirit Talker as well, and it was messing with me. Whatever I was communicating with was messing with me. It knew I didn't want to be down there. It knew I didn't want to be down there on my own. And they had a good old time with me.
We laugh about it now, though, but it really isn't funny at the time. It really isn't funny.
No, it wasn't funny at the time. I was genuinely terrified. And then another honourable mention I would have to say is when we was at Demon House, and I think we just had a bit of a break, and we was moving on to the other side of the house, and the laser tripwires was on the staircase, and I says, well, I'll go and grab them to take them over to the other side, and I walked through the doorway and just felt a breath in my face, and I just thought, yeah, we don't need them now. I'll get them later. So they got left there.
That place though is not nice. That place is one of the not very with what we got, the evidence that we caught that night, you can't explain. It was just it was a lot. It was a lot. Did you not find it's a lot to take in? Going, it was literally one thing after another after another after another.
Is this Demon House?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just one thing after another constantly.
Well, I wasn't with you guys the first time you went there. I came on the I just joined the team when you went there, but I wasn't available that night. But I went with you when we went back, and I think you had more of an eventful time that first time you went than we did the second. But the second was still a very
FYI, but FYI, we weren't really wanting to go back. We only went back because you didn't go the first time.
Oh, yeah.
So let's just
Look,
put that
yeah.
out there.
I watched the live. It looked amazing.
Yeah.
See, again,
That's
I was excited. Couldn't wait to go there. Beg these two. Beg them. Get there. And I didn't have a good time. So,
Karma hit you.
yeah.
I think the most scared I've been is probably, can't really explain it. It was like, do you know when it was in the ancient Ram Inn? The walking up to the building. We was driving there, and then about 10 minutes ago, we all just went dead silent. But before on our drives, we're usually laughing, joking, just usual banter. And then about 10 minutes before, we just went dead silent. And then we slowly pulled up. It was like a film. We slowly pulled up to it, and then the lights of the ancient Ram Inn were shining, making it all scary as shit. And then you walk up to the door, and you instantly feel like you're being watched. So me and Amy decided to play rock, paper, scissors as to who was going to go in first. And I won.
But Michael, who was on our team at the time, absolutely destroyed that. Me and you were in the car and literally was like, and it was like, and then literally the next thing we saw was Michael walking past the car, gradually just normally walking to the door, going, what's your problem? And they're like, well, what's your problem? Why are you walking up to the house just casually and just not looking horrified? Like, because we are absolutely shitting it over here. Like, literally. Yeah. It's not. I agree with that. Anything to do with feeling that would be my top one. Wasn't nice.
See, I didn't go with you guys the first time you went to Ancient Ram Inn. I came with you on the second. So, but when we went, it was daylight when we got there. But just the way you said it then, Ricky, I could imagine that place looks horrible, pulling up in the dark, pulling up there and just seeing the lights on. That would, it's a scary place. That's a scary place.
The thing that freaked me out the most was in the bishop's room. They had this corner, and it wasn't filled. You could see straight through it. Now, Amy was sat in the chair with her back to this crack. I was sat where the spindle is, and Michael was sat on the bed. And I saw, and I put my life on it. Something walked past that crack.
Yeah,
scared the living Jesus out of me, and I wasn't very impressed with the rest of the investigation, if I'm honest.
Yeah, I saw something that walked past my legs at the Ancient Ram Inn. That's when I can't remember which room we was in, but I was sat in the chair, what you're not supposed to sit in, and I felt really ill. And just,
I remember that.
I say ill, it wasn't ill, it was just, I don't want to be here. I don't, it was just like an overwhelming feeling of dread. That's what I had. Yeah, it's
just
not a
to
nice
put
feeling.
Just to put on top of that, and how Joe responded as well when he turned up, and I have never ever seen Joe feel that vulnerable, and I would use the word vulnerable, that he was literally praying to have his headphones on to ground himself again, because he just wasn't. I've never seen him like that, never, and he felt really unwell, really unwell. Which brings us on to that the paranormal isn't all about things moving, making sounds. It is generally a lot on how you feel, and the Ancient Ram Inn is one of them. It goes a lot on how you're feeling in that place, and it's not very nice.
It goes to show that the person who owned it refused to sleep in any of the rooms other than the front room with a Bible on his chest.
Well, that's what I was going to say. When you walk through that front door, that first room you go through, if you feel fine. That room's fine. But then you go through that doorway into the second room where they found the bones under the floor. The feeling just changes. The second you walk through that doorway, the feeling changes in that place.
And it doesn't stop as you go up. It is. Yeah, I would put that up there as it will be a very memorable place, I think, for all of us and whoever has been investigating there before. But yeah, it's not nice.
And to add on to what another bit I was scared the most was when we did I think it was the that pub in Colesworth. What's it called? Is it the White Horse?
Well, you got me thinking now.
I think it's called the
Um,
White Horse. But anyway, I was sat in the corner, and there was chairs and whatnot in front of me. And then you asked a question, and then the chair just moved in front of me. Not like a little
Oh.
bit. Remember that?
yeah, but at the same time, that happened at the Golden Fleece in Stamford.
Yeah. Oh, yes, it did. Yeah, I remember that.
Literally the table, and to be fair, I've recently spoken to who was running that pub, a parent of theirs, and they understood on how heavy them tables were. And not only that, I tried to actually lift it up, if you can remember. So going back to the Golden Fleece, but I remember trying to lift it up with my knees. I physically couldn't. It's that heavy. So how that happened, that blows my mind. But also regarding with the Colston pub, yeah, it was weird, that place.
was a
But
weird building.
I sensed it was more from the other end, if you remember. And I said, there's more to that place than what was letting on that evening.
And we saw the handprints, didn't we, on the thing? The windows had been
Yeah.
cleaned that night, and handprints had been put on the inside of the window. And he said, when the windows are clean, it's when the pub's shut. So the fact that the handprints turned up was completely out of the ordinary.
It's weird place.
So moving on to the next one, what is your dream investigation, Amy? Where would you like to go the most?
Oh, my dream one, I'm going to say 2, because in the UK, I'd love to go to Pendle Hill. That is one place I've always said that I would really like to. It is on my tick list to do. Because I think I like all the witchy stuff, the witchcraft stuff. But also, on the other hand, my dream one would be to go over to America. And to be fair, I would be happy to investigate any buildings over there, because I think it's just another level of what I've seen. And I'd like to go and see it for myself if it is any different to UK places. I don't know. I just find it's just another level over there. So, which looks really exciting and really intriguing. There's a lot more history with crime and murders and stuff like that. I think with any building you probably go into, but yeah, Conjuring House, I would say one of my first ones would be that place.
Yeah. What about you, John? What's your dream place to investigate?
In the UK, I would say the Enfield House. I would love to get in that place, just for the legend of the place. But yeah, it's a bucket list of mine to go and investigate in America. It's something I will definitely do one day. But yeah, the Conjuring House, that's up there. I would have loved to have gone, and I believe they knocked it down into 2024. But I'd have loved to have gone to Bobby Mackey's, which was supposed to be the most haunted nightclub in America, in Kentucky. Some of the stories from that place are crazy. There's a lot of urban legends that surrounded that place as well. So it's a shame it's now gone, but that would have been one of them. But yeah, like Amy was saying, there's a lot. I mean, there's so many old abandoned asylums across America that are just gigantic places, and yeah, I could imagine ruining my night in one of those. So yeah, definitely getting over to the States and investigating in the States. That would be
one of our bucket listers to do, definitely. I think mine with the UK, I would love to investigate. Probably there's a building on the Isle of Wight actually, which I found out this weekend, which was used as a morgue. It's like an old pillbox. Apparently, people can't go in there and come out screaming. So I think it's in Sandown somewhere. I can't remember. But in the UK, in the USA, probably I'd like to do the Sally House.
Yeah,
Sally House. That's got some real dark history. And then there's another building where another team went. I can't remember the name of it, but they were getting the name Sally House in this other building, which somehow connected the two. And I think it might be the Lizzie Borden house. I can't remember. That's another one I'd like to do, the Lizzie Borden house, just to see what we could get as different to other teams or the same sort of thing. I don't know, but apparently they cover all the mirrors there for some reason or
Which
another.
place? At Lizzie Borden
Yeah,
place?
Right.
don't know why they do that. But I'd like to find the reason why they do that. I don't know. There was another question I was going to ask. That was it. What building or which investigation would you do by yourself? You don't feel scared in. Amy, you go first.
God. You want about the one what we've already investigated? Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Well, firstly, any pub, I don't like the toilets. I've always got a thing for the toilets. So probably not any pub. No, because always, you go into a pub and the toilets are haunted and it's always the women's one. Am I right or am I wrong? Because I am totally right on that one. It's always the women's toilets. Oh, blimey. Reel some off. Real what we've done. We've done loads.
So we've done the Jolly Brew in Stamford, the Golden Fleece in Stamford. We've done Roresby Asylum. We've done 30 East Drive, Ancient Ramin, Peterborough Museum.
If it's one I do on my own, I'd say Hallam Mill. Typical, that one.
Yeah, Hallam Mill. I didn't feel scared in there at all, personally.
No, I think that was the place we went to where that's the least evidence.
The least we got.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I wouldn't fancy being in a prison on my own, and I wouldn't fancy being in, I don't know, pubs are just an odd, eerie. They're not always bad, don't get me wrong, but there's always something there, and you're always feeling watched. It's just pubs when there's no one else around is a different story.
When we did the Black Dog, yeah, that
No.
wasn't. No.
Yeah, no.
Okay, I'll probably have to go with Hallam Mill as well then.
Hallam Mill.
I think every other one I've had some.
See, I'd say Hallam Mill, but I'd also say the Jolly Brewer.
Jolly Brewer was a different kind of kettle of fish. Yeah. It wasn't anything bad. It wasn't anything negative. It was genuinely sad. It was quite a sad one. But yeah, if I felt but at the same time, I'm still not a fan of pub toilets. I'm not going to lie. So that's what puts me off being in a pub on my own.
Well, I used to be in the Jolly Brewer quite a lot by myself, and it didn't really faze me. Other than the dark, I don't particularly like the dark.
I'm also hoping you're not in the girls' toilets either.
No, didn't tend to do much in there.
There we go. Yeah, honestly, it's a different. I'm telling you. But yeah, I don't know. I would have to say Hallam Mill.
The only thing I found about the Hallam Mill was we did get some little bits, but it was more auditory. There's nothing physical, was there? We got like the door banging, but we couldn't figure out which door it was that slammed.
How many times have you been to Hallam Mill? Just the once?
Twice.
No, twice.
Yeah, so obviously that time I went with you, I don't recall getting anything that night really. I know we had a good laugh, but
we did have a very good laugh that night. It was very funny.
Yeah. Yeah, the Annabelle thing wasn't cutting it. We didn't really get anything, did we?
No. On that note, I think we'll leave it there tonight, and then we'll catch up on another investigation that we've done, and we will go through it and see what evidence we've got and post any evidence that we've got on YouTube and some of the socials that we've got. Amy, I can't remember the names of the socials. You'll have to go through them.
So social media, you'll find us on Facebook as Ghostly Quarters, with our profile photo that's up on this YouTube channel. You'll also find us on Instagram, so ghostly.quarters, and the same with TikTok as well. What we'll be doing is a lot of our live investigations. If you'd like to come over and see them, is that we'll be doing the lives on a sub-only page through TikTok. And then you are able to join the Facebook, TikTok subs only page as well to rewatch them back. So as Ricky was saying, on YouTube, we will generally be putting up our new podcasts, and we will then be showing any evidence that we've got as well.
Brilliant. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you on the next episode.
Yeah, just before we
Take
go, just want to say to any of the listeners out there, send us in by our Facebook page on Messenger. Send us in your stories of the paranormal, your experiences, and if you can send us your stories, we will have a read through them, and each week we'll pick the best one and we will read it out on the next episode.
We'll give you a shout out, and also if you've got any questions as well that you'd like to ask us, we'll reel them off on our next episode.
Yeah, the more interaction from you guys listening, the better. So
if not, you're just going to listen to us ramble on.
Yeah.
Take care, guys. See you later.
Thank you.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Cheers. Bye-bye.